It's the middle of May, I posted this photo on Instagram right here, and I think it's time to answer some of your questions. You know what, in the previous Q&As that I've done, I have a tendency to just sort of hang on one question for far too long, so I'm gonna try and see if I can answer some quickly. First one comes from Tom. He asks, if you could create your own race for StarCraft 3, what kind of race would you create? Zerg. Seriously though, I would. Second one from Nigel. He asks, can you do a split? Not a chance. Oh, this is a good one right here from Macris. He asks, are you interested in any other RTS games, old or new, like Command & Conquer or a Grey Goo? So I have probably played most RTS games that have come out over the last 20 years. Maybe not all of them, there's probably more that I have never heard of. But I've tried a whole lot of them, and whenever I do play, in particular like more modern releases, like releases over the last couple of years, whenever I get back to StarCraft 2, I realize how good StarCraft 2 is, you know what I mean? I mean, call me a fanboy, but what I've noticed with a lot of the recent releases is that generally speaking, they're a little bit too low skill based, if that makes any sense. And of course, as far as the old ones go, I absolutely love those. I played so much Red Alert, Command & Conquer, Generals, all those kinds of games while growing up. I had an absolute blast, and maybe I should revisit them once upon a time. Lowko, have you considered working for Blizzard as a professional caster for their tournaments? Maybe it will require some more training, but I think you're pretty good at it. Love your videos. First off, thank you very much for that. But would I consider becoming a professional caster, is what a lot of you asked. Short answer, probably no. It's not like I wouldn't enjoy the work, right? I mean, it would be an absolute blast, don't get me wrong. It would be awesome to travel the world and, you know, cast different kinds of esports events. It would be absolutely incredible. But it's also true that I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. If I were to travel all over the planet going from event to event, first off, it would be extremely stressful. And secondly, I wouldn't really have time to do the live stream as well as the YouTube channel like I do right now. And there's something really satisfying about getting up in the morning, creating the content that you want to make, upload it to YouTube, share it online, and get direct feedback from you guys that watch the videos. And I think that I really do like that freedom. So currently, no, I wouldn't want to be a professional caster. Now, if a premier tournament would ask me and wanted me to cover their event as a caster, sure. A couple of people are asking what my pet peeve is, and I don't really know exactly why, but I guess it must be shoes like this. I mean, no. Just no. What is your favorite car at the moment when money wouldn't be a problem and maybe also without speed limit, asks Marcus. Now, I'm not really much of a car kind of person. I mean, I can appreciate nice cars, obviously. I don't really think about cars all too much, but the one that pops in my head immediately has to be the Tesla Model S. I mean, I'm a bit of a sucker for technology, as I'm sure many of you are aware, and I think that owning a Model S in maybe a couple of years would be absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm personally not that big of a fan of like these supercars, I suppose. Like, of course I can appreciate, right, a Ferrari or Lamborghini or any of these super high-end cars. But owning one myself, I mean, no, that's just not me. Would you consider professional players switching your content to StarCraft Brood War Remastered? Now, no, I'm not gonna be a professional gamer. I don't think that's who I am, and once again, I love making content. I find this a lot more enjoyable than, you know, playing a video game 14 hours a day. I don't think I would really, truly enjoy doing that. Now, speaking of which, I do most definitely plan on playing the entire StarCraft 1 campaign as soon as remastered releases, so keep an eye out on that. I'm really looking forward to the remastered graphics as well as all of the new cutscenes. Apparently they're remastering all of the cutscenes as well, which should be a lot of fun. What are your tips on building a community on the internet, and how do you feel about your community? So first off, my community is incredible. I mean, I know so many people that do YouTube or Twitch and that just like non-stop complain about the comments as well as all of the, you know, responses that they receive. And personally for me, I don't really have that issue. I mean, I would say probably 99.9% of all of the comments I get are positive, and the support on Patreon, on Twitch, and basically every single platform that I am on is absolutely incredible. So, you know, as far as my community goes, you guys are awesome. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this without you. Secondly though, for like building up your own community, I would just simply recommend doing you. I mean, it may sound a little obvious, but I see a lot of people that first off get started on YouTube or on Twitch for that matter and just sort of copying other people. You're not going to be able to keep that up for very long, I don't think. And for the most part, people are going to be much more inclined to, you know, be supportive, I suppose, and, you know, they're going to enjoy the content a lot more if you're just simply being you. And I guess I've mentioned this in previous Q&As as well, but if you want to be a creator and you want to make stuff online, be it on YouTube or be it on Twitch or anything on those platforms, consistency is 100% key. Hey Lowko, I just want to know what kind of books you like. Are you a reading person? Yes, I actually read a lot. Hold on. Now, I'm one of those guys that does read a couple of different books at once. I generally speaking do try and set apart at least, I would say about 30 to 60 minutes a day or so on like reading about self-development. So I got a ton of different books when it comes to self-improvement. Regardless though, I've recently picked up this one right here, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying, which is actually pretty fascinating. I got The Compound Effect. This is a really popular book, but I've never personally read it. And I'm also still reading through How to Win Friends and Influence People, which I've probably read about 3 times by now, but I'm reading a couple of different ones. As far as like fiction goes, I'm currently reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I think I'm in the 3rd book right now. It's really fun. Do you think you will continue to stay in the Netherlands for the foreseeable future? Would you consider moving to the US to be closer to Blizzard's headquarters as well as the American gaming scene? Nope, I don't plan on moving anywhere but the Netherlands. I mean, the Netherlands is pretty great, to be fair. Other than maybe Texas, I mean, Texas can be a bit of a pain. But I have no intention of moving to the US. I mean, if I really need to be in the United States, I can still fly there in about a half day. Tippy Toes asks, what type of desk are you using for your setup? I guess he's seen a couple of the pictures that I posted on Instagram. Regardless, it's right here in front of me. It's a really cheap IKEA one. I think I picked this up a couple of years ago for like 30 euro. And the last one for today comes from Johnny. He asks, have you ever thought about growing a beard? Dude, I've been growing it out for like, look at this, like 3 days. Are you impressed? I mean, I'm afraid I can't really grow a beard right now, but maybe in the future, although I don't think the girlfriend would really appreciate it, so probably not. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as new videos get uploaded, because I'm uploading every single day. Other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright, and I will see you in the next one.